Okay, good morning, everyone. So, I'm Devin Redita Sharif and accompanied by Alia Ramadita Putra and Jovi Amaris from Home Group 4. So, now we'll present about the ICTD goals from 10 until 12 about the sustainable development goals. Okay, next one, please. Next one, please. So, this is for the contents for our presentation for today. The first one is goal 10, which discusses about reduce inequality within and among countries. The second one is goals 11, discuss about make cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. And the last one is goal 12, which is ensure sustainable consumption and production pattern. Okay, so here's the goal 10 about the reduce inequality within and among countries. Uh, Here's the 5 ways to reduce inequalities. The first one is increase minimum wages. This research shows that higher wages for the lowest paid worker has the potential to help nearly 4.6 million people out of poverty and at approx two $2 billion to the nation overall real income. And additionally, increasing the minimum wage doesn't not hurt employment nor doesn't it retard economic growth. The second was is expand earned income tax. In recent years, the EITC has been shown to have a positive impact on families, lifting roughly 4.7 million children above the poverty line on an annual basis. Uh, Increases in the EITC can pull more children out of poverty while providing more economic support for the working poor, especially single parents entering the workforce. The next one is build asset for working families. This is policies that encourage higher savings rates and lower the cost of building assets. For working and middle class households can provide better economic security for struggling families. Uh, New programs that automatically enroll workers in retirement plans and provide a saving credit or a federal match for retirement savings account could help lower income households build wealth. And access to fair, low cost financial service, and home ownership are also important pathways to wealth. The next one is invest in education. Differences in early education and school quality are the most important components contributing to persistent inequality across generations. Investment in education, beginning in early childhood with programs like Head Start and Universal PK, can increase economic mobility, contribute to increased productivity, and decrease inequality. And the last one is make tax code more progressive. Capital gains tax rates must be adjusted so they are in line with income tax rates. Savings incentives structure as refundable tax credits, which treat every dollar saved equally, can provide equal benefits for lower income families. And here's World Bank support on inequality reduction in Indonesia. Uh, The World Bank continues to work closely with the government of Indonesia in analyzing the trends and consequences of inequality. The bank is currently working on a flagship report on equality, expected to be available in late 2014. The report will highlight new research on equality of outcomes and opportunities, mobility in and out of poverty, the middle class, and fiscal incidence. This research will serve as the foundation of support to be provided to the government of Indonesia in the designing and implementing policies to reduce inequality. And then the World Bank also provides policy about support based on evidence and success stories on reducing inequality in other countries. World Bank research in Latin American countries shows that a sound macroeconomic base needs to be supplemented with progressive policies, programs and spending from the government, and providing equal access to vital services such as education and health will give future generations a better chance of climbing out of poverty. Enhancing the productivity of low-income workers through creating more and better jobs will boost incomes and allow the poor to help themselves. And finally, creating a comprehensive safety net will protect the poor from the various economic shocks that can send them plummeting back to into poverty. So this is the People Business Credit or PUR. This is the program from the Indonesian government. Uh, in the context of empowering micro, small and medium enterprise and cooperative or UMKM, creating employment opportunities and reducing poverty, the government issued a policy package and improving the real sector and empowering small, medium enterprise and cooperatives. MSME development and empowerment policies include increased access to source of finance, entrepreneurship development, increase the market of UMKM products, and reform of UMKM regulations. So actually, people business credit or QUR is financing for working capital and investment to individual or individual debtors, business entities, and business group that are productive and feasible but do not have additional collateral in insufficient. The QAR can be distributed directly, meaning that MSMEs and cooperative can directly access QAR at the implementing bank branch office or sub-branch office. And the next one will presented by Alia Ramadita.
Okay, so the next one is about the goals 11. So actually, Sustainable Development Goals 11 involve making cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. And this goal is broken up into several targets, some of which include safe and affordable housing, sustainable transport system, national and regional development planning. And to better track the implementation and monitoring of the SDGs, an SDG interactive to monitoring dashboard was designed by Pulse Lab Indonesia, Lab Jakarta in collaboration with Bappenas across the country's diverse archipelago. With more than 17,000 islands and 542 districts and cities in Indonesia, this platform will advance efforts at the regional level. And President Jokowi signed a presidential decree number 58 year 2017 on SDGs implementation in July 2017. And this has paved the way for a high level of participation from all facets of Indonesian society, like civil society, private sector, philanthropy, and academic institution. Thus, Indonesia is one of the world's best example in inclusivity. As highlighted by SDGs 11, inclusion is a key principle in making cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Next, please. To maximize ICTD in achieving goal 11, the first one is urban planning because urban environment has always stood in close relationship to the technologies of production, transport, and communication. By introducing ICT in urban planning, it can be conceptualized as a new type of infrastructure providing for the transport data and information. As technologies and their impacts on urban environment change, their relationship calls for new concept where the emerging pattern language of the electronic connection tie in seamlessly with the language of physical connections. And the second one ICTD can be used is to better track the implementation and monitoring of the SDGs. And the last one, but not least, as I explained before, Indonesia is fostering partnership both at local and national levels. And that being said, this partnership require improvement in recognizing contribution from respective institution, especially from the private sector. An SDG seal awarded to organization in the private sector will provide due recognition and provide incentive for other institutions to participate in making cities more sustainable. And the next slide will be presented by Jofi. Thank you.
Now we're moving on to our goals number 12, that we would discuss mainly about ensuring in sustainable consumption and production patterns. Next, please. So the UN aims to cut per capita food waste and health by getting businesses and consumers to reduce and recycle waste, further consuming in ways that preserve sustainable natural resources. Next, please. The understanding of waste management in Indonesia needs to be improved. However, geographically, it gives another challenge. And of stuff, post-consumer packaged food waste are often just ended in a landfill, street, and even the river. In 2012, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry of Indonesia recorded that, on average, Indonesian people produce about 2 kilograms of waste a day, equal to around 500,000 tons of solid waste a day produced by the entire citizen of Indonesia. Solid waste brings a negative perception towards human senses that the end pollutes the earth by enabling good waste management. Furthermore, it could bring even further problems for health and sanitation to global warming because organic waste decomposition in the anaerobic process produce methane gas. Next, please. So we have the project from the government called Jakarta Smart City. It is divided into 5 programs. The first one is a waste bank. So waste bank facilities make it easier for the community and the government to manage waste in order to reduce the amount of waste sent to landfills and reuse recyclable waste. Residents can now make money by exchanging sorted waste with an amount of savings according to the weight and type of waste. Until the end of 2017, there were 670 waste banks located throughout Jakarta Smart City. The second one, we have the tracking garbage. So tractor trucks transport garbage more environmentally than professional trucks. The design allows this truck to transport free and non-scattered garbage. The capacity of this 10 cubic meter trash bin can carry up to 30 cubic meters of garbage, or 3 times its original volume. In addition, as many as 391 units of garbage collection vehicles owned by the DKI Jakarta environmental agencies are also equipped with a GPS system that is connected to the Jakarta Smart City portal so that their mobility can be monitored. This is also one of the form of implementation of the Jakarta Smart City program. The next one, we have the L-Box. It is an energy efficient and environmentally friendly waste destruction tool. This tool can burn 1.5 tons of waste with a coal and ionization system check, and the exhaust gas is circulated with water first so that it does not pollute the water. The L-Box is installed on several islands in the Thousand Islands, mainly the Pramuka Island, Kelapa Dua Island, and Sabira Island, the DKI Jakarta Sanitation Service, and installed by the Seribu Island Industrial and Energy Office. We also have an ITF. So ITF is a temporary waste processing site before the waste is sent to the final disposal site, or TPK. The facility is equipped with incinerator technology that can burn up to 1,000 tons of waste in just 2 hours. The incinerators leave little emissions and can function as electricity generators, so this technology is very environmentally friendly. It is planned that the ITF will be installed in 5 points in the capital before 2025. And the last one will have the complaint channel. So as you can see in the slides, we have some channels that people and residents of Jakarta can complain to whenever they see a poor waste management or a poor implementation of the program. We can report it through Twitter, other social media platforms, call the hotline of Jakarta Smart City officers. Next, please. Now we're moving on to the private sector's program. We are taking examples of Unilever CSR programs, mainly divided into three kinds of programs. The first one is conducted by UIF, or Unilever Indonesia Foundation, that commits to Berantas Bersih, China Waste Management Segregation and Recycling Office. So UIF forms the environmental cadres in the community by empowering local people through several pieces of training, ranging from waste segregation and management, seed cultivation, to greening the environment. Organic waste processed for soil and plant fertilizer, while solid waste recycled to be various crops. This program has been consistently run and rewarded as a free waste area in 2006 for Jambangan. In the same year, Surabaya also got the Adipura Kencana Prize because of this program. And the success story of Jambangan gives a valuable lesson to us about how important the community plays a role in managing their own waste. We also have the waste bank. So waste banks is established in 2015 by Unilever, is available now in 17 cities, mainly in the big cities of Indonesia. And the Central Waste Bank of Unilever has helped to empower 1,258 waste bank units with a total of 55,000 members, absorbing more than 3,000 tons of inorganic waste with a turnover reach up to equivalent to 3.8 billion rupiah. And the last one, we have the Campus Merdeka. So this is collaboration of Unilever and Telkom University and ITB to digitize waste and create webinars to raise awareness about the urgency of waste management. Next, please. So based on data from the Food Security Agency of the Ministry of Agriculture and the World Food Organization, food waste in the world amounts to 1.3 billion tons. This makes Indonesia, as a developing country with the highest waste and food waste, ranked second out of the 25 countries whose food security assessment have been assessed in the Food Sustainability Index. The food waste in the realm of consumption actually produces the largest carbon footprint of all elements in the food supply chain. This is because the consumption aspect includes to all elements, ranging from the agricultural process, distributions, to cooking of the food, which is wasted by the consumers. The central government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, emphasizes that the younger generation must be made aware of the food processing process from the very beginning until it is presented at the dinner table. In this way, the development of food security is based on a healthy diet for a great young generation can be realized, including supporting the ideals of national development. In order to reduce food waste, NGOs such as DBS Bank are committed to socializing the zero food waste movement to more people by providing training to several communities, schools, and home businesses. DBS Bank has a program towards zero food waste, which is an effort for Indonesia to educate the public and increase awareness in reducing and managing food waste, as well as contributing to the provision of food for the people who are affected by the pandemic and the people that needs assistance to get a food supply. Next, please. Thank you so much for your attention. That's it for our presentation.